everybody. Okay, so today for my mukbang, I got me some Jamaican food. Can't wait to eat it. So let me open this up and tell y'all what I got. Got me some cocoa bread. It's only good when it's fresh. It's still a little fresh. It's good, but it's real good when it's fresh. Got me some cucumber salad, some jerk mac and cheese, some curry sauce for my food. Put this over here. I got my coldest water bottle. Take some water. It's cold. If you don't have your coldest water bottle, get you some. Link could be somewhere on my page. And some cornbread. Some rice and beans. And yes, I'm probably gonna eat a lot of this. If not all of it. I got me a beef pie. It's like a spicy beef pie with cheese. And for the drums, please. Got my oxtails. My oxtails, baby. Let's see if I can put this stuff open so I can show you how they did me. I was wondering if they was gonna do me bad, but they did all right. Cause I oxtails are too expensive for y'all to be giving us these little tiny oxtails. Like we gonna still be hungry, but they look good. So I got my plantains over there, my cabbage, my rice. I didn't know that it came with rice and beans, or else I wouldn't even had to do this, but oh well, just a little extra. So let's go. Okay, so I got on my cornbread, my pickle bread, and my sauce over here. And and I also got some Jamaican drinks. I got the Tropical Rhythm Jamaican drink and the Jamaican soda, which is my pineapple. Cause I couldn't decide. I'm the type of person who like to try everything. So let's get to this. And I just want to say, I was trying my best not to bring up the topic of the Oscars, but I'm gonna touch on it just a little bit. As I get the food in my stomach. It's a Jamaican restaurant by my house. Have some. I mean, they plantain is good, man. Yeah, he's good. But this also, it's alright. I have a strong, food taste palate. To where it gotta taste good. Let me get some of this food myself. And then we can talk. Because I didn't eat my Coke like I usually eat my cocoa bear right off the heat. So if I don't eat my full bread right off the heat, I don't use these. Finish it. Alright. Cornbread. The cornbread is good because it's sweet. Like, I'll probably save the cornbread for like a little snack later because it's kind of remind me of like cake. But this, I can eat like 5 of these. This one is spicy with cheese. Well, these are my favorite. I know I'm gonna have to vacuum. Once I finish eating today, I'm spilling stuff. Let me just sit this up here afterward. It's so good, y'all. Yeah, I got so much homework I gotta catch up on. Like, lately, because my brain, because I'm in school so much, like, this is the first break from class 2 days in a row that I've had since I started. Like, it's so intense. Like, homework for days. But I'm gonna get focused today and do it. Well, most of it. So, the topic that's been for the past 2 days since Sunday at Oscars is Will slap Chris Rock. What's your opinion on it? Because I like both of them as entertainers. You know, Will is a comedian too. You know, Will got jokes too. But getting to the topic though, I feel this is my opinion of the situation. And for the past 2 days, like, it's probably been real stressful. People probably have been deleted, blocked, removed themselves, lost friends, lost followers that they used to follow and think fond of. About this topic because it's a serious, situation. I love, Chris Rock. But I'm gonna say this. Since the last Oscars, when, he had some jokey jokes about the Smiths, that didn't sit right with me. Because, here they were trying to stand up for the culture, if you will. And then here you go, making a mockery of it. Back then. And one thing for sure about my years on this planet and getting older is that industry, boy. That industry can be an angel and a devil to you. You could spend your whole life living the dream, and then that industry can take that all away from you. Blink of an eye. Right. That's the, you know, every beautiful thing has a evil, dark side. You know, anything. Give me an example and I'll tell you a dark side of it. You know, it's beautiful to fall in love, but it hurts when you get your heart broke behind it. So anyway, you know, and I just want to say this first before I get into this, because I'm trying to be real careful with my words, because I personally love all of them. I respect all of them, you know, and it's like almost like I know them, but I don't, because I grew up, you know, watching them, following them, and, you know, being inspired or entertained by all of them. All of them have had much success in the industry. So it's like, you know, I'm going to be careful because I don't want to offend anybody, because I love Will Smith. I love, you know, Chris Rock. But I'm going to say this. Since the last Oscars, when, you know, he had some jokes about the Smiths, that didn't sit right with me. You know, because, you know, here they were trying to stand up for the culture, if you will. And then here you go, making a mockery of it. Back then. And some people will say, you know, oh, that's his job, and, you know, he's an entertainer. And just the real part that really gets me is people try to justify it by saying, oh, he don't write them scripts. It's you know, scripted. He's reading off the marquee or whatever. They go off the script all the time. I really believe that he went off the script when he did that. I don't think that was in the script. I think he had that opportunity already in his head, what he was going to say, thinking it was going to be, you know, the history and the making moment for him. And it ended up being a history and making moment for him in a negative way. Because if you think about it, and I'm going to touch on something else too after I say this, but if you think about it, had Will not did what he did, the joke would have been, the memes and the joke would have been on her after the Oscars. I can see it now. G.I. Jane pictures of her with bald head. You know, people joking about her, G.I. Jane Part 2, her and some other young guy, you know. I mean, I can see it now because that's how the way of the world is. And the backstory to G.I. Jane, and just like she a comedian too. I can't think of her name at this 1 second right now, but I'll post it right here. She just finished dating Common. I can't think of her name. Anyways, her. Put it right there. She said it best. You know, when we grew up, that was an insult. To call somebody G.I. Jane was to question their femininity, call them basically bald-headed, it wasn't a positive thing that y'all trying to make it out to be. And I know they like, oh, well, I mean, Chris probably, y'all looking too into it. Chris probably ain't. He did. He did. Yeah. I believe he knew. Just like rumor has it, he didn't know she had alopecia. I believe he did. I believe he did. He might not admit that to nobody else publicly, but I believe he did. Yeah, I believe he's gonna keep that between him and God. One thing I know is I can smell BS a mile away these days. Because when you've been through so much in your life, you can smell that BS from a mile away. Ooh. Some people take their life experiences as a lesson and learn from them. And some people stay stuck in the cycle of it. Because believe me, life is the lesson. Life is the lesson. And you're either going to learn and grow and get wiser and know when to see that same situation when it's coming, or you're going to stay stagnant. Okay, so back to Chris. You know, Chris, if you didn't know and your intention was good, then my apologies. But I don't see it. I don't see it that way because, and then let me tell y'all why too. This was supposed to be a moment, a special moment for Will. You know, everybody knew he was going to win that award. So instead of coming for somebody else or making another tasteful joke about something else besides her head, a woman wears her crown, especially a black woman. You took that moment to ruin his wife and her feelings and her livelihood. Because even now, let's just say that Will did say, you know what, I'm gonna laugh it off. And I'm gonna just let it slide. The backlash for him on his supposed to have been the happiest day, one of the happiest days of his career, he would have had to watch his wife get bullied and called G.I. Jane for however long people wanted to entertain it. He would have had to deal with her saying that he didn't, stick up for her. Maybe he could have did it in the back or whatever, but the best place to do it is in front of everybody like you did to her. Because y'all don't know how many times he possibly could have done everything in the background. And guess what? It still kept happening. Y'all don't know if he told Chris, keep my wife's name out, don't mention her. You did that in 2016. Don't do that. Y'all don't know the conversations that they had. They know each other. They hang out together. I mean, I don't know how much they hang out, but I just know they're in the same circles. And they hang in the same areas. So, how do you know Will didn't already tell him that? How do you know Will hasn't already turned the other cheek many times when it comes to his family? How do you know people who say, oh, he was laughing. He was laughing. He thought it was funny. How you know? I've laughed and knocked the heck out of somebody. I've done it before. It's possible to do. Because think about it. If Will showed any sign of he was mad at that moment, he wouldn't have made it up on that stage to walk up to him and, you know, he wouldn't have made it up there. Will is an actor, remember that. Will know how to act. He knows how to keep his composure at the drop of a dime. He's been doing this all his life. So he could have been very well and was probably thinking, how come I'm snap right now? Like, just to see if you're going to be laughing in a second, you know? Just like Jada didn't see that coming. He didn't see that slap coming. You know, I get everybody like, Chris ain't a fighter. And I know why y'all thinking like that. Because think about it like this. You have to not have a heart to see somebody get the dog slapped out of them, and they stand there and take it like a man and continue the show and humble themselves and, you know, respond in a positive manner to the person that's like, I get that. I believe that's the main reason why half of America is like, Will, how could you do that to him? But what y'all fail to realize is he not the victim in that. He was not the victim in that. Jada was the victim. The joke was on Jada. The bullying was directed towards Jada. And Jada was hurt. You know, like, you saw her face. She was, and everybody's like, oh, she's controlling Will, and she's evil, and no, she's not. She's a wife. She's a person. She's a human being with feelings. She's a human being that made a bad choice in life and did something that's probably unforgivable, but she has a type of family that loves her unconditionally, and they are willing to say, Ma, you messed up, but overall you're a great mom. You have gave us a beautiful life, and we love you. I understand what you did, and you were wrong, but I still love you, and we can get past this. But of course, here goes the public. The public is not that forgiving. And it's crazy because the public be having their own issues at home and in their personal lives, and, you know, and I guess I can kind of see, I don't want to say I can see both sides, but I kind of can see both sides, because here I am, I'm just me, I'm just myself. But with the stuff that I'm doing, I could possibly, you know, be on that side of the fence in the future. Which I've always been scared to be on that side of the fence. Because I've always known what I want to do for years now. But it's that situations like this that have got me to where I'd be like, okay, let me be careful. Because I don't want to be in the public eye like that. You know, to where people can come for me or in me just like that. Because I look at people like R. Kelly, which I'm not going to speak on that. Because, you know, it's just, you know, it's an unfortunate situation. But I can guarantee you I don't hate R. Kelly like the world has hated him. Because, you know, I'm not going to get into that. But, yeah, I'm not going to get into that. But, just like with Bill Cosby, the world started hating, you know, this man. Because of whatever the reasons. But I try not to be too judgy about stuff, because I know that the world has a way of making you see what they want you to see sometimes. Imagine being on that side of the fence where, you know, somebody set out to end you and start spreading rumors and setting you up and, you know, making stuff look like something that it might not be, or making it more than what it might be. I just had a thought of Michael Jackson and how, you know, he was the legend of all legends, and look at how the end of his life happened, you know. And so now I'm looking at Will. Will has been loved for years. You know, he was Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. He was acting Summertime. I mean, all these jams. Like, he's done a lot in his life as far as entertainment. A lot. Anytime I saw a movie, I knew the movie was going to be good because Will was in it. And Will is a great actor. That's why I'm not bothered by the smile. You know, the smile means nothing. Oh, he was smiling. He thought it was funny. I don't know what that man was thinking at that moment, because that man is an actor. And he could have been thinking a whole lot of stuff while he was over there looking like he was laughing about that situation. He probably was like laughing because he couldn't believe that you really went there. You know, because at first his first mind was like, I'm going to play it off. But then his second mind was like, no, you about to get it. So it's like people taking certain situations, just running with them. She's a controller. She slept with all this. And it's crazy because we all knew that they, on the red carpet, I think they said they didn't have an open relationship. So, but at the same time, if they didn't, because, you know, for years I thought they did have an open relationship, but I feel like at the red table they kind of like brushed it down and was like, oh no, we didn't. But whether they did or whether they didn't, if they did, then what's the big deal? But if they didn't, clearly Will have done things wrong in the relationship. And she and Will both said at that moment when she was doing what she was doing with August Alsina, they were done anyways. He was done with her for their own other reasons and stuff that they were dealing with. So it wasn't necessarily she went out and just cheated. And let's just say that she did. They were having marital issues, just like a lot of people do. I have had, and a lot of the rest of the world have had, you know. But these same people will crucify elites or famous people who's in the public eye for the same things that they've been through or going through or whatever. I don't understand that. And I want to go back to Jada as far as like her being the victim in that situation and not Chris. And I say that's because you don't know, like just how they did Michael Jackson when, you know, he was having a rough time with life. Because that's a lot to carry. And for one person, the whole world is watching you. Like, you can't not be unperfect because the whole world is watching you and judging you. Like, that's got to be hard. It's like I was saying, that's got to be hard for the world to be sitting here judging your whole life and your decisions and your life experiences or your rough patches, you know. Like, y'all would end their marriage because maybe she would get so stressed out by the fact that y'all keep calling her all these names and, you know, making her feel less of a woman and, you know, and then making Will feel like he's less of a man because he's trying to stick up for his family. And y'all like, you should throw her to the wolves. You know, that's what y'all might as well say, because it's like, this man is being a man and this man is protecting his family. And maybe he could have handled that at that moment a different way, but he didn't. That's how he chose to handle it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure he either apologized for it already or he's going to apologize for it. But regardless, you know, that was how he chose to protect his wife and protect his family, because what would his kids think if they see their mom being affected by the fact that Chris felt the need to belittle her in front of the world on national TV, and their dad didn't do anything. He has a daughter. He has a son, but he has a daughter. And I'm sure he wouldn't have let nobody attack his daughter like that. Her hair is like that too. Her hair is like that too right now, I think. I don't think his reaction would have been no less if it was his child. It probably would have been worse, to be honest. There's just certain lines you don't cross. And if y'all don't get that, I'm not going to judge you, because we all have our own opinion about stuff. Like I said, bullying is a real thing. People, like I said, the internet don't realize you can bully somebody into a unstable mental state. It's like everybody thinks it's messed up or rude what he did to Chris by slapping him on his face. He didn't punch him. He could have punched him in his face and knocked his butt out, but he didn't. He open-handedly was like, yeah. And it was so smooth to where people literally think it was fake. And I've looked at it a few times, and they're good actors, but that moment, it didn't look fake. Because the way, Jada was like, oh, here we go, and, I feel like if it was fake, Will would have showed some emotion, because he already knew he was going to have to go up there and slap him, No, I didn't. Like, it was just, like, totally off guard, like, dang, But, I mean, it is what it is, and I don't know if this is true, but I did hear, like, maybe way before Will met Jada, I guess they had went out on a date or something once, and she had said it wasn't a good date, and maybe he bitter, his marriage ain't working right now. I think he divorced. I don't know if he divorced or not, but I think he is. I think he single now. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. But what if Jada went home and tried to hurt herself? Bottom line is, I feel like Will made a choice to protect his family. Will made it because I remember Jada words, and that's why people say, oh, she's controlling him, she's breaking him down. He's not a man. He is very much a man. Men have emotions too, whether y'all realize it or not. Real men carry so much weight on their shoulders in this life for them and their families that they have emotions, and they have the right to let those emotions out when needed. People kill. We're not robots, guys. Everybody is human beings with emotions, with feelings. I get it. That could have escalated and went the wrong way. It's a lot of times in that moment when you're so fed up, you're not thinking about that. Thank goodness it didn't go that far. Thank goodness these are two grown men, and they can work, their issues out. Probably as I'm speaking, they might be working their issue out. But one thing I do know is I bet you he ain't got to worry about nobody putting Jada's name in their mouth. That stopped Sunday at the Oscars. So, my opinion is, much respect to you, Will. I'm praying for you to be even better person. And this message is to Will. I mean, he'll probably never see it. But whenever you're getting ready to go into a new moment in your life, a bigger moment in your life, a transitioning into something else, that's when the negativity, starts to come and starts to happen in your life. But it's okay, because it's the part of the growth. It's all growth. And, just take it with a grain of salt, because it's for you. It was given to you because you are a strong person. It's for you. You know, all of these lessons are for you to make you and take you into the next level. I hope that made sense. But I have so much respect for you, so much respect for your family. I love y'all. Keep y'all heads up. Yeah. Keep your heads up and continue to be yourself. And don't let nobody change them. And I'm full now. That's my time. Hopefully I saved me a oxtail. Don't look like it. But I'm going to eat the rest of this later. And also to Chris. I love you too. You know. You've been a great entertainer. You have made people laugh for years. And, you're a wise man. Very wise man. I respect you for that. But you took it too far. You took it too far. I understand, that's the profession. But you get too far. So, keep your chin up. No pun intended. And thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more stories and vlogs and mukbangs. And I'll probably start back doing my little ASMR. Sometimes I just don't be having the the patience to, but I'm going to do that because I love watching ASMR. So I said I wanted to do that on my channel as well. Let me see what else I wanted to say. I love watching the Bella. Great job with the writing and the talents. Appreciate it. I'm enjoying it. As a writer myself, that's how I look at it. But yeah, I'm full and be blessed. Okay.